What is rich or riches or a rich person? Now, this is a beautiful question. It's relative. You have to compare, right? You know what freedom is compared to slavery, right? You know riches because they are poor people, right? So, what are you comparing it to? Personally, I think we are the richest generation ever to exist, right? Because if you look in our history, we are descendants of Oshaga who used to carry a shield and a spear, who lived under a hut and they had to go and hunt. But now we live in houses and we have cell phones and internet and we can have Uber rides. Like, do you understand just how rich we are? But we don't see that we're rich because we're comparing ourselves to people who are way ahead of us. We are comparing ourselves to the Americans and the British people. Being rich is relative. You have to be able to compare it with something. I compare myself with people who, in fact, my great grandfather stays in Winterfeld. And when I was younger, we used a long drop toilet. They did not have a tap. We had to go and fetch water by the river and put it in drums, and we store it like that in the house. Did not have electricity, but now they are in a better position because they have a tap. They don't have a well enough infrastructure to have toilets. So, you know. But they've come a long way. They have electricity, they have water taps for clean water coming to the yard. So, you know, riches isn't exactly what we think it is. Like, it's not a certain image. Riches is what you have compared to what you had. So, riches is personal, just like success, it's personal, right? You have to compare yourself to where you are from to where you are right now. Then you'll see, am I rich? Am I better than where I come from? Or am I worse than where I come from? That will tell you how you are doing. That will tell you whether you're rich or not. That will tell you whether you're growing or you are stagnant or you are declining. You see, that's why I always say a car is a car. The point of a car will get you from point A to point B. It's a want to want a certain brand, right? Life is a game of survival, right? Or Shaga with the spear and shield, they were fighting for their lives. They did not have hospitals. Excuse me. But we don't have to go to war. We can just easily go to the butchery instead of going to hunt for meat. We can just easily go to the butchery. Go to Woolworths, Pick n Pay, ShopRite, get your meat. Do you understand just how rich we are? But we don't feel like we're rich because we want to look like the British. Once you change your perspective, you learn to appreciate just where you are. You learn to I wish you guys could feel my heart right now. We need to learn to be appreciative of the things that we have. I feel like a queen every time I'm in the salon and I'm getting my hair done, like getting my hair braided. Do you understand that that's the kind of service that only kings and queens used to get? Like, you have someone else take time off of their day to come and do your hair. Like, do you understand? We can conveniently just get what you would call what's this word? A chauffeur. But we call it Uber. We don't call it a chauffeur. But this person conveniently comes whenever you need them and they take you where you need to go. Do you understand that we are living like kings and queens? But we don't appreciate that. We don't see it. So it's not enough. What are riches? You know what rich is compared to poverty. So where do you come from, right? Because once you are through with the realm of survival, right? Survival is getting your basic needs met. So you are alive, you are breathing, your heart is beating, you have water, you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have clothes, basic needs. Once you have that, now everything above that is just indulgence. It's just luxury, right? But there are levels to that. There's like Woolworths kind of luxury, Country Road. There is Guess kind of luxury, and then there's Gucci and Chanel kind of luxury, and then there's Hermes kind of luxury. There's levels to that. But at the end of the day, as long as you have your basic needs in check, personally, I think you are rich compared to someone who's sleeping under a bridge. Right? I always compare myself to either where I come from, I compare myself to my great great grandmother, or I compare myself to the man that's under the bridge. I never compare myself with people who are ahead of me. Nope. I just look to them to say, okay, that's what I'm working towards. But I never compare myself with them. I say, wow, I am doing so much better than this person. I could be in a worse off position. I am doing amazing. God, thank you. Thank you. So again, a car is a car. The point of a car is to get you from point A to point B. Once you have that, great, now you have your basic need. From everything from there on is just indulgence, really. That's why I would never suggest that anyone goes into debt to acquire a luxurious car. It's like enslaving yourself to the banker to portray an image that you cannot afford yet. No, that does not make sense. Don't do that. Right? As long as you have a car, you are fine. So get rid of what you think is riches. None of that matters. None of that matters. It does not matter. Right? Once you have your basic needs, everything after that is indulgence. It truly is. Anyways, I hope people see this, because this talk of snake and what it's a fear-based way of talking about money and riches, and how do we accumulate it? Like, how do we learn to be rich? How do we learn to have money? Right? Because unless we can appreciate what we have, when we have more, it won't feel like enough. Like, I can go shopping at Woolworths. No, it's not enough because I want Chanel. If you don't know how to appreciate what you have, then you're not acknowledging the gifts, the blessings that you have. Right? To me, I use the word interchangeably between wealth and rich. I use it interchange. It's not about the words. Get rid of the word. Understand the concept. Life is about survival. Once you have your basic needs, everything after that is indulgence. Okay. So now you are grateful for each and every single thing that you have. Wow. All right. You have to share this with as many people as you can.